And one of the purposes for me hopping on live today is to kind of walk you through how to customize ChatGPT. And this is for the non-techie people, okay? Non-techie. How to customize it so that it sounds like you. We all need to embrace tools like ChatGPT because that is just basically the genie out of the box, out of the bottle, and it's going forward. It's not. It's going to be very hard to put it back in the bottle. These tools can help you become more efficient and proficient at multiple areas, be it work, school, hobbies, small business, or anything like that. And I just feel a need to hop in and give you some tools. So I'm going to be putting a link in the description of this video for a template that I have created so that you can really take advantage of some of the things that I'm going to show you today. Okay, so to get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Stephanie. I am the owner of PlatChatAI. You can follow me on Instagram, here on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me pretty much everywhere. I even have Etsy stores up. So if you find this useful and there are some additional tools that you need, I've created something called the $10 toolkit under PlatChatAI, and you can go there and really affordably grab the tools that you need so that you can become a part of the AI revolution. Possibly make some money, but definitely help you become more proficient and efficient in the world of tech. Okay, so let's get started here. I want to just make a disclaimer. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I should be sponsored by OpenAI because I am a huge advocate, have been since OpenAI released ChatGPT back in November of 22. To get started, I will also tell you not a lot of people want to pay the $20 a month for a subscription to ChatGPT Plus, but it is highly recommended that you do so. That small investment can take your business or your usage completely in a different direction, and I think you'll be pleased with some of the results. So I want to tell you a little backstory about myself. So I lost my job in 22, and it really threw me in a tailspin. Like, I've been working all my adult life, and to be without employment really just set me back on my heels. And I was like, wow, what am I going to do? And I had to think back to all of the things that I've done over a 40 year, excuse me, course of time, that I've developed skills in, and things that I love and am passionate about, and hobbies that I've had, and experiences that I had. And I was like, how can I take those things and create an income for myself so I can sustain myself? And so I did a couple of things, and I won't go into each different business that I started up, but I've pretty much done it all. And the one thing that I kept landing on was the tech world, the internet, things on a computer, because I've always been interested in these things, have always dabbled in it, have been a hobbyist, have taken courses, have done all sorts of things in that are tech, computer, internet related. And so with the advent of ChatGPT, I was like, this is amazing. I think I want to build a business around this and really help people who may have or may be facing the same thing where I am. Because one of the things I will tell you, while AI is not necessarily replacing jobs, it is replacing people who don't know how to use AI. So as long as you can get a grasp on this, you're either going to go in one of two directions. Either you're going to be one of the innovators that use this to create the tools that are AI based, or AI, working in training these models, or, working for an open AI, or you're going to be somebody who uses these tools and is going to create a business and they can sustain themselves like I've been doing. I will also tell you, it's important that you don't allow scary people to get you like, oh my goodness, this is the end of the world with AI. AI still needs a person. It needs a person to be able to use it, to train it. It needs somebody in the background. So when people start coming at you with, you shouldn't use that and all of that kind of stuff, like, you have to use some critical thinking and say, is this something that I can leverage, that I can manage and use it? Or how do I get a complete understanding of it so I can kind of get the naysayers off my back, right? And my goal here is really just to give you some good tools so that you can use this is the granddaddy to me. I mean, there's other large language models out there and all of that kind of stuff, but ChatGPT is the most known and the one that has been used to build other tools. So why not start with the granddaddy, right? As you grow in your knowledge of AI and generative AI models in particular, you may branch out and use other ones, but as long as you have a good foundation here, you should be able to function pretty good and do some really amazing things with it. So today we'll just focus in on some basics. One of the things that I always like to tell people, especially now, is that, you know, ChatGPT is used so much that you can actually tell when somebody's been using it. And this is my favorite way of saying it. So I have friends who, you know, they grew up in the hood, you know, and I listen to them talk. And then all of a sudden they have an article or a paper that they've written, or they want to start something, and I read it and I'm like, who wrote it? And they're like, me. And I'm like, no, you didn't, because it doesn't even sound like you. And that's how I know when people are using AI. I've purchased things online from creators. Like, I listen to their lives or listen to their posts, and then I look at what they've created, and I'm like, that doesn't, your product doesn't match the person. And so, again, the goal here is really to help you understand how you can massage your prompts as well as work on the back end of ChatGPT, so that if you're going to use this, that it sounds like you. Now, you don't want it to sound uneducated or unprofessional, but it still can be infused with your emotion and your feeling, your voice, so that people are like, oh, okay, that sounds like something that so-and-so said, right? And you get a little bit more credibility and trustworthiness when you're able to do this. Now, let's also not be mistaken. People use ChatGPT, and I don't think in 2024 that we should castigate somebody because they're using it and it doesn't sound 100% like them. But we don't want it to sound like other people's stuff. And that is what has happened, because people are not slowing down enough to take the time to understand how you can really use this tool and work it in a way that it is crafted for you. All right, so moving on. Two things about ChatGPT Plus. One, it does give you access to some beta features and the ability to create something called GPTs, or generative pre-transformers. And I won't even get into the technical part of that, because this is for my non-tech savvy people. And you want that, though. That capability allows you to feed it information, and the context is larger, and it has a deeper or better or wider reasoning capability. So again, it is advised that you at least, you know, pay for it for the month. This is what I told one of my closest friends. I said, look, yeah, you like ChatGPT 3.5 because it's fast and everything like that, but I want you to use it with the paid version so that you can really see like the robustness of its capabilities. Okay, so I'm going to get started here, and I'm going to clear out these windows, and let me start by saying that I have my own voice for ChatGPT and my purposes. But what I want you to have is one that's for you. So one of the things that, now, oh, by the way, if you're using ChatGPT 3.5, you can use the method that I am telling you about now. Sorry about that. Your results may be different, but you can use it. You will need ChatGPT, of course, and now you can basically use it for free. You don't have to go through this whole sign up process. You can just use it. And I would say get yourself a spreadsheet, Excel or Word document or Airtable, whatever it is. Like, get something where you can save the information that you're about to receive. So here's ChatGPT. I do have my sidebar blocked out. I got a lot of stuff on there that is personal to me. But when you start out, this is essentially what the interface looks like, or the window looks like, in which you're going to be dealing with. For those of you who have the Plus version, you do have the ability to switch between 3.5 and 4. And so I'm going to be using 4. And you probably are going to see a big difference when you're using it if you're using 3.5. So once you've started using it, in the bottom left hand corner you'll see your name. Go on and click on that, and then you are going to click on settings, and here is the window that opens up. Now if you have the Plus version, you may see some different things in here, but I have archive chats and all that. I don't delete all of this. I have my chats from the first day that I ever used it. Speech is in here, so you can have ChatGPT talk back to you, and there are several voices that are available to you. So I had it on Sky. You can kind of get in there and play around with what you want. I do have chat history and training because I believe that this tool is great, and I would love to be part of improving these models. And then I have a builder profile in here for one of my businesses. It is called the Bodega Basket. All right, so the next thing that you want to do in here, go and click on your name again, close that window, and you should see Customize ChatGPT. Okay. I am not sure if you see the following options where it says Browsing, Dolly, and Code. I was with a client about 3 weeks ago, and when I was demonstrating this, she was like, I don't have that. And she did have the Plus version, so I'm not sure if, I'm just getting an opportunity to use it. But if you don't see it, I don't want you to fret. Now, if you don't have the Plus version, you definitely won't see it. But again, don't fret. So this used to be called Advanced Data Analytics and Custom Instructions, but it's not now. It's just called Customized ChatGPT. And what I like to do is tell you a couple of things. So before, I wanted to show you this window. When you first get into it, it's going to say click OK, and then you'll just have a blank window. So I just want you to be aware of this window because we're going to be using that. All right, next things, and by the way, I'm going to try to wrap this up in the next 20 minutes. All right, so the first thing that I want everybody to just sit with, and you can do this offline, save this video, come back, watch it, subscribe to the channel, ask questions in the chat. But one of the first things I want you to do is just sit and take some time to really type out you and your background. Tell your story. And what I mean by that, your name, your age, your likes and dislikes, your what profession are you in, what is your educational background, what are your short and long-term goals for whatever business you're in, or whatever it is that you're about to embark on that's going to be using ChatGPT. That is super important. Primary and secondary languages, if you have any. Trying to think if there's anything else in there that is really important. Your ethos, like, what is your belief in business? I also like to say, write down what it is that people most associate you with. So what I mean by that is, like, people say when they meet me, or if they've been around me for a while, I'm warm and friendly, even though it may not come across on the screen right now. I'm warm and friendly. I'm very knowledgeable, smart, and tech savvy. So tell it those things. So, and in particular, tell it things about your personality. I already have one written out, but I'm just going to do something really simple here. Now, I say write it in a Word document so that you can kind of refine it and craft it, or look over it and be like, is this really me? What I'm going to do is just create something weird, right? So I'm going to put in here, and by the way, I type with 2 fingers. So um, my name is Stephanie, and I like technology, and my friends call me kind, warm, and funny, because I am funny. I want to have a thriving, and this is where that 2 fingers comes in, thriving small business, and I'm just going to make one up for selling dog collars, and that's actually a business that people are using, for selling selling dog collars. Okay, selling dog. I want to start advertising on all social media platforms, and I don't have any followers. Now, I'm putting this in here because of this, because of what I'm trying to do. I don't have any followers, but I would like to have 1,000 followers after 30 days. I am not, I should say, I have never owned a business, but I do like to create dog collars. Just making this up. My primary language is English, and I have an associate's degree in art. And I don't, but I'm just thinking of things that I could put in there. So whatever fits for you is what you should put in here, okay? Okay, so I think that should be good for right now. So I've put that in there, and then what I really want to do is I want to create this very simple prompt, and I want you to type this down. So based on this information, can you assign a tone of voice and writing style for me to use? Okay? So me and ChatGPT go together. That's what my friend says, because I talk to it like it's a person that's in my room. And I would recommend, so that you become comfortable in understanding its capabilities, is that you treat it like it's an assistant. So like when I come in and sit down at my desk, my friend is on the computer that I need help in. My friend is an expert pretty much in everything. And once you begin thinking that way, you will begin to create content, or get responses that are more geared to you, because this right here is going to help. It knows how you like to be talked to. Okay. Oh, here, let's just add this on. I like when people are straightforward. Now this is my forward with me on information, and not give too many analogies. I don't like analogies too much. People use them. I put too, and that's actually how I feel. Too many. All right. And also make sure you tell yours, or you type out how you like people to talk to you. Okay? So I'm just using this right here. And I'm going to hit enter because I've already asked it to create a tone of voice or assign a tone of voice and writing style for me to use. So most recently, it's been giving me two different options here. So um, I can read through both of these options here and figure out which one sounds better to me, which one is most like me. It is imperative that you read through this information carefully. And I will actually say that no matter what you do, even beyond a year from now, when you use an AI tool, you gotta read the information that it is giving you. Okay? Yeah, and I won't get into the technical part of it, but let's just say sometimes, like at the bottom, it actually says on your ChatGPT can make mistakes. Consider checking important information. So it can make mistakes, and sometimes it sounds a little weird. The other thing, too, before I get too far into this, is that over time, you know, you will know when to stop using the same chat and move to a different chat. The reason for that is because these windows, these chats, can only hold so much information, and then they begin repeating themselves or reformulating the same information, and you're going to be like, well, dag, that's not what I asked for. So a new chat typically is the way to go once it starts repeating itself. So based on what I just said, remember I said I like things that are straightforward, is I like response 1. Response 2 is definitely giving that information, but it's just too much. I like this is very simple. It's got 5 little bullet points, and that's it. So I'm going to choose 1, and you're going to do the same if you got 2 results. If you got 1 result, that's fine. You're still going to use the next prompt. So the next prompt is going to be, can you use this information and distill, or you can say make more concise, distill it down into no more than 4 sentences. My goal is to use this in your customized GPT instructions. Okay, now I want to tell you that the information that you're about to get, we're going to plug into that initial box that I told you so that it remembers it and you don't have to keep telling it to do some things over and over again. And it's going to craft the information around your tone of voice and, again, your writing style. Number 2, some people will just take this and type it into a new chat. That's why it's important for you to save this on a Word document, okay? So let me just go on and hit enter. I said sentences. Here it is. Very, very simple. I said no more than 4 sentences. All right? So this here, without the quotation marks, I'm going to take this. You're going to take yours, put it in a Word document under the title, Tone of Voice and Writing Style. Okay? Copy. I'm going to click on that bottom left-hand corner where your name is. Click on Customize GPT, and I'm going to plug this in the top box because it says, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? Now, you want to enable for new chats, and you want to hit save. But you are not going to create a new chat yet. We're going to stay in this one. So this is not actually effective until you start a new chat. All right. Here we go. I would also like to create a response template for you based on this information. I will plug it into the bottom field of your customized GPT field. Okay, so not response. Okay. Now we're gonna make this a little bit kind of like really dig in, but let's just go on and hit enter. And so look, a response template. Nope, that's not what I want. So I didn't create that right. So let's do this. All right, let's this. We could take the bottom. It says friendly, approachable, enthusiastic, forward. And I'm going to take this to clear communication. And I'm just going to go over here to the customized ChatGPT. I'm going to plug this piece in here. Now, I'm going to start off. I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some things to the beginning and the end. I like to be addressed by my name. You can use Steph or Stephanie interchangeably. Now, why do I use that? I use it because when I'm creating content and I want people to know it's from me. Like, yes, ChatGPT can create a lot of things, but it's highly recommended that you go in and you do your tweaks because you want to really infuse it with you and some things that it may miss, right? That's why it's important to check this stuff. But for these purposes, I like the interaction where it's more personable. Something else that I really, really like, I like information in bulleted list or table format, okay? I like information in bullet list or tables when appropriate. Okay, and then here's something that I really, really want you to consider. Sometimes you get like writer's block or you're stumped on an idea. So let's tell it to kind of compensate for that, right? So let's watch what I put. And I would suggest you put this. Think outside of the box when creating suggestions or ideas for business or outlines. And what else? What else could I put in here? I mean, there's a ton of it, and one of the resources that I'm going to give away to you free today kind of helps you flesh that out in detail. So let's just stop right there. And you know what I like? Give me key takeaways. I love takeaways. Takeaways and summaries before, I don't want to say that, at the top of your responses. One of the reasons why I like this is because I want to get to the point, because sometimes ChatGPT will give you these paragraphs and you're just like, there's so much information. So if you give me a summary and key takeaways at the top, then I know what I'm getting out of it, okay? So let's go on and hit save. And we're going to wrap this up because this is part one. And I actually am going to return, I want to say tomorrow, but it's Sunday. I'm actually going to return on Monday afternoon. And we're going to kind of work through some ideas. So I hope you'll join me and we'll go from there. Okay, so we've done all that. And remember, now we've got to start a new chat. So I'm just going to go up here and click on the little, it's a little square with a pin in it, and here we've got a new chat. So let's test out a few things. I'm just going to say hello. So remember, I asked it to address me by my name, so immediately it said hello Steph. If we look at the previous chat, when we started, I said my name is Stephanie, but based on its response, that based on it didn't greet me because I hadn't told it that yet. So let's go up here. How can I assist you today? Okay. Now, without giving away too much, here's what I want you to do. I just want you to type in your business idea based on what you gave the template. Can you create a list of business ideas I can start around dog collars this year? That's it. Let's just Oh, oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Sure, Steph. Now, I like bulleted lists, so it gave it to me in a bulleted list. If I did not tell it that, it would have given this to me very short without going into detail. Okay? So that's the power of having a customized GPT instruction or a custom instruction in here. Now, I want to kind of touch on something I said earlier. Some people will take those 3 to 4 sentences and they'll just plug them into the top of a new chat and go from there. Because when you use this method, let's say you decide that you want to change your business idea or you want to do something else, you can change that voice on the back end. That also kind of reinforces why I said use a Word document or a spreadsheet, because you can have multiple voices for whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. I hope that this has given you a little bit of information. And like I said, at the bottom down in the description, I am going to be giving you a freebie, and it is a custom GPT template for 4 different small businesses, because I want to give you a head start on this. Read through them carefully. They need to be customized for you, but you need to copy and paste them onto a Word document, refine them to make sure that the information is good there, and then plug them in and save them, and then begin on that journey. So I think I did blogger, I did a real estate agent, I did I forget what I did, but there's 4 profiles that I want you to be able to use, and I've even given you the response template. Again, if that is not how you want ChatGPT to respond to you, please refine it before you hit save, and then go ahead and use it. And then once you're done, again, I hope you like and subscribe to the channel, but go down in the bottom and leave comments and tell me how they helped you out, or some things that you think will be a little bit better for you, or what you'd like to see. Other than that, I'm going to see you on Monday, and I say this on all my social media, but love and care for yourself first, and then make sure you go out and love and care for each other. Peace.